Welcome to the channel, and welcome to our second battle report for Star Wars Armada. This is going to be another classic matchup between the Rebel Alliance and the Imperials, although for the first time, Jester is going to be fielding 2 Imperial Star Destroyers. That should prove quite a challenge for me, so with that said, let's take a look at the fleets. The Rebel list I'm using today is a slightly modified version of my normal Dodonna list. It's been designed to close in quickly, hit hard while dealing face-up critical hits via General Dodonna's ability, and then to get out. First up is my flagship, a CR-90B equipped with an early warning system for survivability and with SW7 ion batteries that put out consistent damage in the event it doesn't land any critical hits. My second ship is another CR-90, but this time it's the Alpha variant equipped with a standard Jaina's light loadout with turbo laser reroute circuits. Its job is to flank and run nuisance wherever possible. The core of my fleet consists of 2 identically equipped MC-30 torpedo frigates, equipped with assault proton torpedoes and ordnance experts for offense, and early warning systems for defense. Their role is to hit hard and deal face-up damage cards to opposing ships in order to maximize General Dodonna's ability. The last ship in my fleet is General Dodonna, a hammerhead torpedo corvette equipped with external racks and boarding engineers. Again, this ship has been designed to deal face-up damage cards where possible to try and quickly neuter opposing ships. For my squadron selection, I don't quite have the points to take 4 squadrons, which would have been ideal, and I also don't want to have my ships giving out squadron activation commands when they should be focusing on something else. To that end, I've chosen the classic pairing of Wedge Antilles and Dutch Vander, supported by Hera Syndulla in the Ghost, so she can help them operate independently from the fleet. In total, this list comes to 395 points, giving me a 5-point initiative bid.
So this is a new fleet for me. I'm flying the ISD Simoon 1 refit with Wolf Yularen, Intensified Firepower, Gunnery Team, Linked Turbo Laser Towers, and Spinal Armament. The whole ship comes to 148 points. And then an Imperial 2 ISD with Grand Moff Tarkin, Intel Officer, Gunnery Team, Leading Shots, and X-17 turbo lasers. For squadrons, I have 5 TIE Fighters, Darth Vader, and Howl Runner. My fleet size comes to 399 points. I went high in order to force the rebels to have to choose from my objectives and hopefully get an advantage since I'm up against multiple small ships.
Jester won the initiative bid and opted for me to go first, meaning my fleet had to play against one of her objectives. There weren't many great choices, so I selected SensorNet as it seemed to be the least bad of the 3. This objective involves using your ships to get within range 1 of an objective token in order to scan it by revealing a command dial, gaining the token, and therefore 15 victory points. I had not played this objective before and made a mistake with my objective placement. The majority of objectives ended up closer to Jester's fleet, meaning the 2 slower Imperial Star Destroyers are effectively playing on their terms, denying my faster moving rebels the ability to control the battlefield. Jester deployed her fleet as a concentrated block, poised to seize the closest 3 objectives. I decided to focus on destroying her ships, so deployed my fleet along one flank whilst putting a lone CR-90 on the other side of the board with the goal to go around the Star Destroyers and harass them from behind. Okay, first turn command phase has been done. Started the ship phase. These 2 ships have deployed chaff on the front arc, as has Dodonna's Pride on the right flank. So we're going to start off moving this MC-30. It's going to reveal a navigate command, and I'm going to take that as a token. It's currently moving speed 3.
Okay, so Grand Moff Tarkin did his ability and gave both ships a concentrate fire token. And I'm going to activate the Imperial 2, so that is a navigate token, and I will take it as a navigate token.
Next Next activation is going to be Jaina's Light. It's already travelling at speed 4, so I'm going to take this navigate command as a token. Have her do is we're going to have her advance, peel off to the left slightly.
So next is the Simoon, revealing a navigate command. This time I will use that as a navigate command to give myself an extra click of yaw. And I am going to move like that.
Second torpedo corvette, revealing a navigate command. I'm going to take that as a token for use later on. It's moving at speed 3. Try and go in a straight line here. Move it in like that. Fly alongside its sister ship. So, following up, we have got the Hammerhead Torpedo Corvette. It's going to do an Activate Squadrons command as a token for later on. And do exactly the same thing as everyone else, which is going to move forwards to where basically they're keeping formation. Finally, we have Dodonna's Pride. It's moving at speed 4, so its navigate command is going to be taken as a token. It's going to move forwards in a straight line. Done. Onto the squadron phase, Wedge and Dutch. I'm going to take a position in front of the Corvette here.
These two TIE fighters are going to take up a position on the station.
And Hera and the Ghost follow behind here.
TIE fighters are going to move up.
I'm going to begin turn 2 by activating Dodonna's Pride first so it can claim the objective. Then I'm going to maneuver the ship to get outside of the Star Destroyer's front arc and into its side arc where it's less dangerous. The rest of my main attack fleet is going to speed up in order to get ready for their main attack run later on.
Well, turn 1 went pretty much as expected. In turn 2, my plan is to collect my first objective, take a shot with the Simoon, and slow the Imperial 2 right to a stop. I really want to force the rebels to come to me.
Start of the rebel ship phase, we deployed our chaff tokens. Dodonna's Pride has redistributed the chaff to be onto the port side now. It's going to reveal a navigate command, and as part of that it's going to do the intel sweep and pick up that objective token. Traveling speed 4. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to, at speed 4, I can actually bring it around, but I'm not. I'm going to go just one click this way. Bring Plucky Corvette to that side.
Tarkin is going to issue repair tokens to all ships. Yularen is going to order intensify firepower. Well, actually, Tarkin's going to order intensify firepower. Yularen is going to spend the token and then get it back. And at that point, so I'm going to activate the Simoon, which is taking a navigate token, navigate order even. First, we're going to shoot. I'm going to shoot from the side, definitely in range. Of long range. That's a very good point though. You're actually, I think, out of my medium range, which means I would have to give that up, so I can't make that shot.
Alright, but you've only got one red die on the left battery.
That is correct, so I'm going to collect that objective.
Janus Light's revealing a navigate command, which I don't really have much use for right now. But it's going to move forward. So just going to move the Y1 squadron out of the way, put this ruler down. Sorry. Bring her up to there. Let's put her. Take her back. That is her go.
The Imperial 2 is up next, revealing a navigate dial, and I'm going to use that and the token to slow the ship right down to speed 0.
This torpedo frigate is revealing a navigate command. I'm actually going to use that dial to do two things. We're going to increase the speed to 4. And we're going to get an extra point of click. Of view, I should say. I'm going to do an inside turn. See that ruler straightens up. There we go. Second torpedo frigate is going to use this command order to navigate for an extra point of yaw. It's keeping its speed at 3. I need to keep formation here, but does mean I'm going to overlap this debris field. Take 2 hits, sharp hits on starboard shields. Last but not least is the Hammerhead torpedo corvette, Garel's Honor. It's revealing a navigate command. It's going to stay at speed 3. Remaining some sort of formation. That is the end of the ship phase. Okay, Dutch and Wedge are going to advance down the middle here, in the space in between these two ships.
Okay, Vader is going to fly over here and support the other TIE fighters, and so is Howl Runner.
And Hera is going to just move up the rear and support the 2 squadrons in front of her.
Okay, and the remaining squadrons are just going to move over and form up with the rest of the squadron. I suppose it'd be a flight thing. And these 2 are just going to remain where they are.
I'm not sure about splitting my force here, and I risk having Jaina's Light be useless, but I've got an opportunity to do some damage on the closest ship. Dodonna's Pride is going to continue swooping around and see if it can get into a better position, whilst the rest of the fleet continues with its run.
Well, it was a little disappointing. I didn't get to do any shooting, but I am about to collect my second objective. Then I'm going to be moving into position for a third. I'm going to advance my squadrons to try and take out Wedge or Dutch.
Jaina's Light is going to reveal a navigate command. I'm going to use both the dial and a token to slow down from speed 4 to speed 2. I'm going to use an extra point of yaw. A little bit silly here. Come around like that. I wasn't in range of doing anti-fighter barrier before, so I could only move that. So I go.
So, Imperial 2 is going first, revealing. Oops, I only pick up one. Revealing a squadron command to move Vader. I'm sure he within one of Vader. 2 blues, 2 blacks. So, neither of his defense dice and 3 hits.
3 hits. So Vader's raw one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sucks. So Wedge will take 3 hits.
Next, we'll bring over Howl Runner. She's going to do a similar thing. I shall re-roll the one that fell out of the tray. It was a critical. And it's still a critical, so...
1 hit.
1 hit.
Okay, another hit on Wedge, who is not looking so great now.
3 for the TIE Fighter, plus 1 for Howl Runner, with a reroll. I'll reroll this. Okay, so can't use one of your defense tokens.
I'll use the other one, but it makes no difference because that reduces it to 1, and that takes Wedge out before he's able to do anything. Almost got him to move.
And we'll go into Hera, I think. So that'll be 2 hits. Okay, so double arc shot. We're going to do the side first into your side. So that is 2 red dice. Boom.
I'll cancel both those die with this evade token.
Okay. Now the front into your front. So that is 4 red dice. Ouch. But I can use my Intensified Firepower to turn one of those into a
Normal hit.
And then I'm going to use my Concentrate Firepower to reroll this die, which is a crit. Okay, so with the Intel Officer, I'm going to say if you use one of your evade tokens, then you'll spend it, you'll discard it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the green one. And then with the X-17 turbo lasers, if you use one of your redirects, you can only redirect 1 point of damage.
So Jonas Light will get rid of this, sacrificing that green token to get rid of those 2 crits, and then I will redirect and also into the front arc. So I'll do 1 hit into the front arc, and then 1 into the starboard arc.
Okay. And now, this ship is going to spend token so it can speed up to speed 1.
Dodonna's Pride is going to be using a navigate order in order to get an extra point of yaw. Early stage of turn. It's moving speed 4. It's coming around like this. Up behind the start of that. Like so.
Okay, so time for the Simoon. It's going to be doing a Concentrate Firepower and picking up that second objective. So that's 2 objectives to the Imperials. Since I have that Concentrate Firepower, you know, I am actually going to fire one red die out the back into your front. And then, because of concentrate fire, I can add an additional red, which is going to be one of those, which is, oh, and I have a spinal armament, so I actually have an additional red out the back.
Okay, Donna's Pride is going to spend an evade token to cancel those 2 dice, and then I'm going to redirect that remaining hit from the front arc into the starboard arc, please.
And then this is a risky move, but I want to try and get in place so that I can get that token. So I'm going to spend my navigate to speed up to speed 3, which is not ideal for Star Destroyers, but if they have to.
This torpedo frigate here is going to reveal a concentrate firepower order, which I'm going to take as a token. I'm out of range to fire anything at the moment, so I'm actually going to slow down from speed 4 to speed 3 by spending the navigate token here. Okay. Crazy Suicide Bob here. He's going to reveal concentrate firepower order. He's also taking it as a token as he's not currently in range for the Star Destroyer. He is moving at speed 3 currently. And we're going to set that there. Speed 3 here. He just loves ramming into stuff, so he is going to take face-up point of damage. No, correction. Face up or face down? It's face up because it's asteroids. And he knocks out the life support systems. Life support failure. He has to discard all of his command tokens.
Ooh.
Okay, well, Dutch is currently engaged with this TIE Fighter Squadron here, so he is going to shoot against them. He's got 2 hits, however, because of his special ability, they're an already activated squadron, so they're going to take an additional hit, which takes out the TIE Fighters in one go.
That's disappointing.
Now let's check Hera. Hera is also in engagement range with this lot. So she's going to activate and she is going to attack this TIE Fighter Squadron. She has an anti-squadron attack of 2 blues and 2 blacks. And does 2 hits on them. That is the end of the Rebel Squadron phase.
Okay, and the Imperial Squadrons are just going to move up so that they're with their fellows. And that is the end of the Imperial Squadron phase.
Okay, stasis phase, and on to turn 4. Well, I've got to admit, I'm not entirely convinced by my positioning here. I'm just going to focus on taking out one of the Star Destroyers.
Well, still not much shooting, but I did manage to take out Wedge. That was a plus. This could be tricky. I need to avoid the 2 ships hitting each other in order to move and claim Objective 3. Could be a painful round for the Simoon.
We're going to fire a left broadside into the left side of the Star Destroyer here. So that's currently 3 blacks and 2 blues. Not a bad hit. Okay, so that's going to translate to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits with 2 critical effects.
Okay, first things first, I'm going to brace.
Okay, that's going to reduce those 7 hits to 4.
I'm going to use my contain to stop you doing the primary critical effect. And then I will spend 1 redirect to help redirect the remaining 4 damage. So I will take 1 on the side, and then I will take 3 on the front.
Okay, I'm then going to use my Assault Proton Torpedoes, exhaust it because I've got some black criticals, to deal 1 face-up damage card to you. Because this is a Dodonna list, can you pass me the top 4 cards?
Okay, Blinded Gunners. While attacking, I can't spend accuracy icons. That is pretty upsetting. Not going to lie. Alright. So
I'm going to fire my front arc into your port arc. We've just measured, and I'm just not obstructed. So I'm going to get my full battery of 2 blacks and 1 blue dice. Firing. Okay, 2 hits. We're going to use the Concentrate Firepower dial now to add an additional black die. Oh, okay, I'm going to spend Ordnance Experts to get an additional reroll. Okay, we have 4 hits.
4 hits, okay. Okay, so I'm actually going to discard my brace to take that down to 2. And then I will spend my last redirect to redirect the damage. So I'm going to do 1 on the back. It's a little weak, but we'll see. And then redirect the other one to my front.
That ship is currently moving speed 3. And we'll pass it.
So, Tarkin gave everybody a navigate token, and I did my intensify firepower, if I can find the card. There we go. So, Simon's going to go first, revealing a navigate dial. I'm just going to double check, but I'm fairly sure I'm not in range for this. No, I've missed it by a tiny amount, so I can't collect that objective, which is a shame. What I am going to do is I'm going to do my repair token, which will give me 2 engineering, and that will get me a point of shield back at the front, I think. Then I'm going to fire. Obstructed front arc to your front arc, so we'll be dropping a red die. Ooh, okay, so with my blinded gunners, there's literally no point in keeping this, so I'm going to use my linked turbo lasers to reroll it, and then I will turn that using Intensify Firepower into a hit. So that is 5 hits with 1 critical.
Okay, I'm going to spend the evade to remove the double hit and critical, leaving 2 damage. I will then spend the redirect. Let's take 1 off the front, putting it down to 0. And then the remaining hit will go on the starboard side, putting that one down also to 0.
Okay. Yeah, that's in medium range, so on that as well.
It's actually in close range.
Indeed, but I have no black dice, unfortunately.
It's supposed to be a red and 3 blues.
Red and 3 blues, but because of your chaff, it's obstructed.
Okay, I'm going to spend 1 evade to get you to reroll the blue critical and the double and the red. Yeah, we'll take 3 regular hits, and then I'll spend the redirect. I'm going to take 1 hit on the port side and then 2 on the front.
Okay, there you go. Alright, and now movement. I am just going to move straight ahead. 3. Now, because I ended my turn over the station,
You can get eye drops for your blinded gunners.
my blinded gunners are like, yes, my eyes, they work again.
Okay, that makes it my turn. Okay, Jaina's Light. Revealing concentrate firepower. Front arc into front arc. That's 2 reds and a blue. I'm going to spend the concentrate firepower die to do this, so that's 1 hit. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my turbo laser reroute circuits. Well, if I do that, it's getting rid of my last evade. How many shields do you have at the front?
1.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I need to do what damage I can. So I'm going to turn that into a total 3 hits, and we're going to spend the 2 accuracies on getting rid of the redirects. So you can't spend your redirects.
Okie dokie. So that's 3 hits. 2 damage on the Simoon Star Destroyer.
So I'm going to do anti-fighter barrage into the TIE fighters. Here, I'll keep the die close. So this squadron here. Nope, it's not red. Ignore that roll. This squadron here. It hits. Vader. A hit.
Okay.
Wow, take out that squadron. So I only had 1 remaining.
Wow.
That's probably the most accurate I've seen anti-fighter barrage.
Okay. Now it's your movement.
So I'm going to ram you. Can't go to 2, can't go to 1. So we both take a point of damage.
Face down?
Face down.
Okay. The Imperial 2 class Star Destroyer is going to go now and reveals concentrate firepower. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to line up a shot, my front arc to your front arc. It is most definitely obstructed, knocking off 1 of my reds.
So this will be 3 reds total.
3 reds total. Okay, I am going to use my concentrate firepower and I will add an additional red die. Okay. So what defense tokens does...
1 redirect.
1 redirect. Okay. So... And it's been exhausted?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna not use the intel officer then. So that will be 4 shots with a critical.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of this redirect now to put 2 onto the rear. Not to the rear, sorry, 2 onto the port side.
Yep.
Meaning 2 shots are going to go through, including the critical. So it's going to be 1 face up and 1 face down.
So, face up. Doesn't really affect you.
40 countermeasures. Your ship cannot spend exhausted defense tokens. It cannot, for it has none remaining.
Time for the second shot using gunnery team. Front arc into front arc. Definitely in, so that is another 4 red. And I will use my turbo lasers to reroll 1. There we go. Okay, so that is another 4 shots.
Okay, I'm going to spend my evade to get rid of 2 of those dice, including the one with the critical. And then I am going to redirect to my starboard arc.
Okay, you can only redirect 1.
That's fine, because my starboard arc can only take 1 hit.
And I should have used my intel officer! Right, and then I am going to use this navigate token to slow all the way down to 0.
Unfortunately, the torpedo frigate is now out of range, so it can't really do anything. It's going to reveal concentrate firepower it can't use, but what it will do is relocate. Don't do double click did. Okay. 2 and its speed. Make sure this one's moving at the right speed. Yep, speed 4. Okay. That's move. Oops. Like just the hammerhead now, which is revealing navigate command. Donna's Pride. Going to move 4 in a straight line. Starting the Rebel Squadron phase, Hera is going to engage these TIE fighters here. 3 hits, which is what I needed. It's got 2 health left, that squadron's gone. Now she has rogue, which means she can shoot and move, so she'll move up now. Engage Vader. Now that should free up Dutch. Good, he's no longer engaged. So Dutch, it will come to this side, activating. He's gained rogue because of Hera's ability, and he is going to attack Vader. So 3 blues into Vader, and that's going to be, he's only got Parace, so it's only 1 hit anyway.
Yep.
So he's going to go down to 3 health. However, he becomes activated from the iron cannon.
Well, that is upsetting.
I'll put it down to 3 health as well.
This TIE fighter is going to shoot into Hera, because that's the only one that he is engaged with. So, that is 4 blues. Okay, so I'm going to say Hera can't use her brace.
Okay, so she takes 3 hits, putting it down to 3 health. Not bad shooting from the Imperial Academy there.
Absolutely, and then finally Howl Runner into Hera. So that is a reroll. Swarm, 3 hits.
Okay, well I'll brace that down to 2, because we go down to 1 health remaining.
Oof, nearly had her.
And the remaining squadrons were out of range, right?
This squadron was out of range, yes. So in order to avoid losing points as much as possible, it's going to fly away over there.
Well, Jester played pretty well on that last turn. I took a gamble. Based on previous games I've played with her in the past, I was hoping that her bloodthirsty nature would kick in and that her Star Destroyer would accelerate past that objective intent on taking out my fleet. But no, she made it stop in place and is now poised to grab that objective this turn. This makes grabbing objectives now kinda pointless for my fleet. And my ships are also too spread out to really hurt any of the Star Destroyers now, so I'm just going to have to see what I can do.
Overall, I was pretty happy with the last turn. Got some shooting in, didn't manage to get Hera, but this turn my plan is basically just go for that objective and then just lots of shooting and try and survive.
Things are heating up turn 5 now. I'm not quite sure what the rebels can do here to put a victory, but let's see what kind of havoc we can wreak with General's Honor. So, we are in close range to the Imperial Star Destroyer here, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to reveal our order, concentrate firepower. At this step, I'm expending this token of Activate Squadrons to send over a boarding team. And on the boarding team, I get to look at the face down damage cards on that Star Destroyer and get to flip 2 of them face up, because I have an engineering value of 2. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to reveal structural damage, which will give you another face down damage card. And then my boarding engineers are going to flip up comm noise. So you can either reduce your speed by 1 or choose a new command on your top command dial.
Okay, I'll choose a new command.
Okay, so your current command is maneuver. What are you going to choose?
Engineering.
Guess that kind of worked out for you, didn't it? What side are my engineers really on? Okay, so
the rebels have been infiltrated by the Empire there.
yeah, we didn't see all the white bucket helmets that they're wearing as we sent them over. Okay, so that's what they did. So we effectively did another point of damage. I'm now going to use my external racks and fire my front arc into your back arc. Sorry. Wow. Okay. Another 2 blank dice. So that is going to be 3 damage with 1 critical effect.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to use one of my redirects, and I will redirect 2 of the damage to this side. Actually, you know what? I'm going to redirect all 3 to that side.
And then General's Honor is going to ram into you here. It won't be able to overlap on 2 or the 1, so it's going to stay exactly where it is. As it ends up crashing into you, and I'm going to take a face down damage, you take a face up damage, because that's its special ability. Just look at which one I want to give you. Give you True Panic. Before you reveal a command dial, you must either suffer 1 damage or discard that dial.
Okay.
If you discard it, you do not reveal a dial this round.
The Simoon is going to activate. In the ship phase, Tarkin gave squadron tokens. And I am going to reveal this dial, which according to the damage card that I've got means I have to take a point of damage. I will take a point of damage on my side here. And I will claim this final objective. Then I'm going to spend this squadron token. And I am going to activate Vader. With 3 blues and a black die. And he is going to shoot at Hera. So
I'll take Hera out.
Can't do that, so you can take Hera out.
Okay, yes. Dutch. The lone remaining rebel squadron.
Yep. Okay, then the Simoon shooting. I'm going to fire close range into your front arc.
And that is the end of Jaina's life. That's 1 dead rebel ship.
Wow, that was a very lucky roll. Okay. I will then...
And that, kids, is why we do not park in front of Star Destroyers with no shields.
I will then shoot out the back with the Simoon into the front of General's Honor. That is 2 blues and will be 2 reds. Again, because of spinal armament. Okay, so no evade and no redirect.
Okay, so I'll spend the contain. You're going to get rid of the remaining shield at the front, so you'll take 1 face down point of damage.
Simoon movement, going speed 3.
Okay, Dodonna's Pride is going next. It's going to reveal its order. It's going to be concentrate firepower. It's going to fire its front battery into your rear arc. Roll this one. Okay, adding the extra die. As you can't spend the fence tokens, I'm going to use the accuracy, unspend the accuracy because I have SW7 iron batteries to put 4 hits straight into the rear.
Okay, so that will be 2 face down damage.
Okay, not bad for a little Corvette. Okay, so now, actually I can. So I'm going to slow down to speed 3, spending that token, which puts me into a ram right there, so I actually end up here. We both take a point of damage face down.
So, after taking that additional point of damage, it's now the Imperial 2 class Star Destroyer's turn. So, I'm revealing a Navigate token. Navigate dial, sorry. First up, I will also spend this engineering token, and that will give me 2 points of engineering. And with that, I shall recover 1 shield at the back. So, now we have the front arc going into the front of General's Honor. So that's 8 dice, 4 blues, and 4 reds. I'm going to use Intensify Firepower to turn that into another hit. Use the accuracy to say you can't use the evade, and then I will use my intel officer to say that if you use the redirect, it will be discarded.
And how many hits is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And General's Honor explodes.
Movement. I will be increasing my speed to 1. Moving me onto the station and allowing me to get rid of point of damage.
Torpedo Frigate is going to shoot into the left arc of that Star Destroyer, which is at full shield, so I'm going to reveal a repair token. I'm going to shoot my left battery of 3 blacks and 2 blues to your port side. I'm going to re-roll this one with Ordnance Engineers, what it's called. Still the same. So we're going to have a total of 5 hits with a critical effect.
I shall brace to take that to 3, and then I shall redirect 3 of those into my front.
Okay, well I'm going to spend the primary black critical effect to do assault proton torpedoes. I'll just give you structural damage. Should give you another another face down damage.
2 damage.
Last remaining rebel ship is this torpedo frigate over here, which is just nowhere near in range. Because my blues go up to there, nowhere near in range to hurt you. It's revealing a navigate command. There's really not much I can actually do to bring it around. So what we will do is we'll just finish up our move here. This one's currently travelling at speed 3, using the extra point of fuel. Myself here, and that is going to take us through to the squadron phase. So, squadron phase. Dutch is going to shoot Vader. It's got 3 blues, Vader's already activated. It's going to turn into 2 points of damage, but because Vader's already activated, turns to an additional point for 3 total.
So Vader will use one of his brace. Vader's going to use one of his brace tokens to turn that into 2,
okay,
which puts him on 1.
Not quite enough. Oh, well, right, so you've got your 2 remaining TIE fighters.
This one?
Okay.
So, 4 blues. 4
Wow,
hits.
4 hits. Dutch is going to brace that to turn that into 2 hits.
And then, finally, Hell Runner.
He only has brace tokens remaining. Oh yeah, you get to re-roll.
I can re-roll one, so I'll say no to
one of those brace tokens is red.
Brace token, the green brace token then.
Okay, he'll spend the red ones to take 1 point of damage, putting him down to 3 health, and that is the end of the squadron phase. Jester's had to dash off, so today it's just me doing the post-game thoughts. The 2 of us decided to call the game at the end of turn 5, and there was no need to count the victory points. The Imperials absolutely thrashed the Rebel Alliance. Whether it was through my own poor manoeuvring or just Jester's masterful playing, I was unable to really have any effect on the Imperial fleet, and by playing really well, the Imperials just carried the day. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and reconsider how I'm going to take on not 1 but 2 Imperial Star Destroyers. Imperial Star Destroyers kind of been my Moby Dick, my white whale, because I've never actually taken one out, but it might be time to consider that if I am going to go whale hunting, I might need a bigger boat.